I'm Robb McGee.
And I'm Craig Lee.
This is Real Talk with Robb and Craig. Craig,
Yes.
I wanted to talk about something today that we're hearing a lot of people when they're coming to us for pre-approvals and when we're working with some of our real estate agents. In this era right now that we have with still a partial shutdown in place, people still returning to work from COVID-19, how long is it going to take you to get my loan or mortgage approved? Because I'm hearing from a lot of companies, it's 45 to 60 days.
Well, it is. It's
For a lot of companies.
for most of the big banks, it's 60 days. And the reason they do that, of course, is to slow it down because they don't have the capacity or the manpower to take care of all the loans that's coming through.
Right. You can argue that's a good problem to have, but it's not a great problem if you're somebody trying to buy a house and you're having to tell the person you're buying it from, it's going to take me 2 months to get approved.
What else why would it not be good for the consumer?
Well, because the person selling the house isn't going to get their money.
But what I was going with that is the longer you have to do a lock for your loan.
Oh.
So if you're doing a 60-day lock, the client pays for that. So always remember, every charge the client's going to pay for when it comes back like that. So the longer you extend it, if you're not doing 30-day locks, which we do here at Gig Harbor Gold, then you're going to pay more.
That's right. We can save you a little bit of money. Plus, purchase transactions, we are closing them in 30 days or less.
True. We're doing, I don't know how many we did this month, but we did several. And why are we so efficient?
Well, one of the reasons is we have local in-branch processing. As a matter of fact, the person holding the camera that I'm looking at right now is our processor. Hi, Janet. Janet works with us right here in our office so she can get into the files immediately and start the processing procedures immediately. In a big bank and even in some smaller companies, they have to ship the files out to out-of-state or at least out-of-city processors.
So we even have here at Gold 4 or 5 days in underwriting.
Yeah.
So what are we doing to make sure we still hit our close dates?
We're starting everything immediately. We implement a timeline procedure of 3-7-20. What does that mean?
So in the first 3 days of taking the loan application, Janet or our other great assistant, Lana Lee, would be also sending out a needs list within that first 3 days. So we want to get all the documentation from the client up front as fast as we can to help them get approved, to get a full pre-approval, not
right.
just a generic one.
That's right. Then within 7 days, the file's been processed, prepared for underwriting, and out to underwriting it goes.
And in 20 days, we're going to close that loan.
Yeah.
So that's always our goal here. And sometimes we can close faster depending on the type of loan. I think legally we have to have 8 business days.
Yeah, that's right.
To hit all of our disclosure dates. But we've done 2-week closes in the past. But right now is a little bit tougher to do that.
Yeah,
so
things are a little bit slower,
Yeah.
and we certainly feel that the effects of that as well. But you're not going to be delayed out 2 months like you're seeing
No,
with
you
some of our
shouldn't be.
competitors. No.
Yeah.
No.
Some of the other things that we do is we do a pipeline report every day. And what that is, to somebody who doesn't know, is we go over the client's loan, every client's loan that is either started or has a property. Meaning that if they're just starting to look for houses, we want to get that file and we want to make sure that we have everything up front, and that when they do find the right house, we can close fast and efficient.
Right. Another thing that I've heard some companies are struggling with is turn time on appraisals. We're not having that problem. How come, Craig?
Well, we pay a little extra. So we charge the client a certain amount, but anything over that, to make sure that appraisal comes in and we get it closed on time, we'll pay anything above and beyond that amount.
Yeah. I hear stories about appraisers that are taking 2, sometimes 3 weeks from the time it's ordered to the time they have the report back. That never happens for us.
It doesn't, only because, well, again, Janet goes in, she'll let us know daily where we are on a file, and if we need to make that a little bit more enticing for certain appraisers, that's what we want to do.
Right. Watch your best interest on that. Another thing we do, we pay our appraisers up front. So usually closing costs are something that you pay at the end of the loan, at the closing table when you're signing. However, when you are doing a loan with us, there's one upfront fee you're going to have, and it's that appraisal. And one of the reasons we do that is because that gets an appraiser out there right away, because they know they're going to be paid for their services. So we do a few things to make sure that you're not caught up in that maelstrom that's going on.
So we have a lot of systems in place to look every day at a file. Is some people might think that that's overkill.
Mm-hmm.
For us, it's the right thing to do, because if it was my file and I was the consumer, I want the people that I'm putting the biggest purchase in my life, I want them looking at it every day, making sure they have everything from me that they need. And our whole point of this is to try and close on time or early.
Yeah. Long story short, and we won't belabor this and keep you staring at us for all these minutes, but if you are looking to buy a home, or if you're doing a refinance, if you think that you can't get it done, it's going to take 2 months or sometimes even longer, depending on where you're looking, to get into your new home or to have your refinance completed, it's not true. Call us. We would love to talk to you about our process. We'd love to get things started for you right away.
Who are you?
I'm Robb McGee.
And I'm Craig Lee.
This has been Real Talk with Robb and Craig.